All right, my friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing your daily horoscope for Friday, the 16th of July, 2021. We've got the moon moving through the early middle degrees of the sign of Libra. All right, the moon in Libra, about balance. This is about the other. So the moon, emotional moon, is home to Cancer. It's about our emotions, our emotional need. Where are we going to be vulnerable? Where are we going to open up? Where are we going to be closed off? Where are we going to run back to our safe space? Or where are we going to come out and sunbathe if it seems inviting and warm and welcoming, right? So we have some awesome alignments today with the moon in Libra. Around 9 a.m., I'm going to show you right now, the moon is opposite to Chiron. I want you to look here at this moon to Mars, Mars to Pluto, septile that we see here happening. Okay, we have two of these happening today, two septiles just like this. The first one here between Mars, action, moving forward, motivated, fearless, in Leo. Mars in Leo, 5th house, depending where this is for you. Fearless. We're making things happen. This is how we're going to express ourselves. We're going to express ourselves. We're going to do what we have to do. We're not playing small for anybody anymore. This is the sun, the energy of the sun, and the sun needs to shine bright, okay? Connecting here with Libra, this is like, look, I got to go after that of which I love. I have to go after that which I desire. I can't be small. My reputation depends on it. My life depends on it. I have a finite number of days on this planet. Am I either going to do it or go after it or fail trying or succeed trying, or am I just not going to try it all? Now, here's an interesting thing that I want to talk about right now with this moon in Libra. It's fascinating. Something when I went to Peru, they had 3 monkeys when I was in Peru. Peppa, Butch, and I don't remember the crazy one's name. I think I talked about her on this channel. She was the mayhem monkey. This is really important as we're talking about Libra right now, which Libra is like this even keeled. I want to connect everybody. I don't want disruptions. I don't want confrontation. And it's like almost a similar energy to the cardinal sign of Cancer, which is Aries and Capricorn are a little bit different in these regards, where they're going to tuck back. It's like instead of having a confrontation, it's just like, yeah, I'm going to evade. Where Aries and Capricorn, they're going to meet you right here. What is the problem? What is the situation? Let's handle it. So now this is like, okay, well, I'm going to be a little bit more tucked back. But the septiles, the energy is saying, no, stop running, stop cowering. Now, this is an interesting knowledge, okay? If you have, this is about relationships with other people. If we have one out of every five times that we connect, if 1 out of every 5 times there's confrontation opposed to peace, 1 out of 5, anything 1 out of 5 or less, meaning more confrontation, the relationship's over. It doesn't matter if it's a family, it doesn't matter if it's a friend or if it's a lover or if this is work and business. If you have 1 out of 5 conflicts out of peaceful interactions, the relationship is over. Now, this is the interesting thing. Chaos monkey. Chaos monkey had me meditating for days. Like, why this monkey loves chaos? Why do we humans love chaos? The other side of this coin, Libra, is all about balance. If your interactions, if the peaceful interactions outweigh 11 to 1, 1 being negative interactions or conflict, if you have 11 to 1, anything greater than 11 to 1, the relationship also suffers. Because there's no friction, there's no conflict, there's nothing that wants or creates the other person to desire more or to grow. It's like we need conflict in our lives because it rounds us out. This is the water energy that's hitting the mountain. The mountain's not going to, the water's not going to just stop. It keeps going. It's persistent. It's going to keep flowing. So this is like this interesting energy that we have right now where it's just like, okay, by you, your assertiveness, your reputation is depending on your assertiveness and how well you are confronting other people. And if you are just, oh, I really want to get that, I want to get the raise, so I'm just going to try to go under the radar. I'm going to try to go under the radar and not create waves. Okay, well, now you're creating a reputation for yourself as well. You want to create waves, but it's like at the same time, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Now there's a double-sided sword to that as well, right? Squeaky wheel gets the grease. That means sometimes the squeaky wheel gets the oil, that gets the grease that it needs. Or sometimes it means it's going to get replaced. But it's like, if we don't step up and take that initiative, if we don't step up and take that self-responsibility, and I think that's what Pluto's job here and Capricorn's job is, really making these connections with the Moon and Mars, is like self-responsibility. And assertiveness to step up when it's just like, look, if you want to go after that, go after it. If you want it in life, take it, go for it, right? Now we're going to move on here. This is at 9 a.m. We're feeling this energy in the morning. And now, all right. Now we get the South Node to Mars Moon connection. I lied, I said 2. We have 3 of these because we have another one coming up later on. So now we're connecting South Node, okay? This is release. Maybe I thought this way in the past, and this is saying no more. Listen to this. Sometimes we get hung up on relationships. Sometimes we get hung up on our exes. Sometimes we get hung up on things from the past. On driving home today from work, driving here to do this video right now, I had this very distinct, vivid memory of a kid I used to hang out with when I was very, very little. We used to hang out all the time, and we used to have we were great friends, had great memories, played together, all the great things in life, right? What friends should do. One day, that kid burnt down my grandmother's house for no reason at all, just because he wanted to play with matches. That was the end of our friendship. It doesn't matter how many good, positive interactions I had with this young person, this my friend. I'm never going to look back and be like, man, I really wish we could, you know what I mean? It's just like, and sometimes we feel that way about a job that fell out, or an ex, or a family member, or something like that. Like, we get hung up on like the positive memories, the good memories of the past. But it's like, when you look at it now, it's like you're a pyro and you're in prison where there's no friendship, and me being hung up on what things, how could things could have been, it's just like, well, that's unrealistic. I'm not living in reality. I'm living in a not this world, so part of this is like, you gotta let go of stuff from the past and move on. Yeah, so if anybody's going through something like that, dealing with an ex or dealing with an old job, it's like, man, I kind of messed this up. Maybe I shouldn't have been so proactive about this, chasing the thing that I wanted, or sticking up for myself and the thing that I needed when I needed that raise so I could support It's like, listen, you work hard for it. You deserve it. Go after it and go get it. And if that opportunity closed the door on you because you didn't get the thing, you weren't meant to. It means there's better opportunities. It means your ambitions are greater than what that had for you. And don't think twice about it. Don't beat yourself up thinking you should have done something else different. Okay, now we got one more connection before we're out of this. There it is. 7 p.m. at night. Actually, if I go back 1 hour, yeah, we get all of them in there. So we get the South Node trying to Mars, or septile to Mars. But now there's this cool connection here. Look, Moon septile to Neptune, Moon septile to Uranus, Uranus still septile to Neptune. Okay, Neptune and Pisces, Uranus, these aren't going anywhere. So, forgive me, the small planets move fast. Pluto's not leaving Capricorn until 2024. Neptune's not leaving Pisces until 2025, 2026. Uranus isn't leaving Taurus until 2026. So when I'm talking about these big outer planets, forgive me if I don't always, say what sign they're in. There's a lot of information I'm trying to shell out here. Anyway, so Neptune, Uranus, septile together, that fate and destined connection between limitless and possibilities and creativity and oneness, this we're all connected energy, and this breakthrough, this new ways to look at life, new ways to examine a very practical living. We've lived on this planet thousands of years, but we've never had the technology that we have now. This is Uranus and Taurus. We're changing how a human exists on planet Earth. We're changing how we connect with each other. We're changing our views of one another. You know, somebody just posted this thing on social media of like how people used to look at metalheads, you know, like it was an issue, you know, and like a rocker, you know what I mean? And like they'd come on the Jerry Springer show, or they come on and like, I just don't know what's with my daughter. She got a tattoo and she wants to get her eyebrow pierced. Where now it's like, it's not even a big deal. It's like, that's, you know, we're such a fast-paced, evolving group, you know, and especially going from the age of Pisces into this age of Aquarius. We have all of this energy, all of this beautiful energy, all of these planets aligned for us for this time. Remember that we chose to come back here. Remember that we chose this time right now. And all of this is to help us along. And sometimes doors close to help us along, to make us realize like that's not the direction I should be going in. You know, and sometimes it's just this continuous open. Either way, it's like all of what's happening today, connecting with other people, understanding that conflict is absolutely necessary in life because it pushes us to be better people. So sometimes it's going to be the child that's going to confront the adult. Sometimes it's the adult that confronts the child. Sometimes the kid's going to be like, look, I need you to parent me better. I know people that have said this. I'm one of them. You know, I know people who in relationships, it's like, oh, I don't want to like, you know, I don't want to say something, you know, but it's just like, look, we're all going to suffer if, you know, in this relationship, if this isn't, you know, we all have to try to cross this finish line. So this is like, look, stepping up for what you believe in. And we still have, because we still have this Mars-Pluto connection happening, this septile here, there's still this taming of the lion. There's still this like understanding. Look, I can't just go around demanding. Here's the thing. This is how we're gonna wrap this up here. This is a really key, because when we come into a relationship, or we come into anything, any relationship, and we say, well, you know, how's the new job? Oh, it's nothing like I expected it was going to be. How's the new boss? And they are not what I expected. How's the new relationship? You know what? They're not how I expected them to be. It's like, well, this is your own projection that you're manifesting onto somebody else, expecting them to be that way. So they're not entitled to be how you think of them. That's walking around the jungle and saying, like, how is that banana? It was nothing like an orange. It's like, well, it's not supposed to be. And who the heck are you telling a banana tree to be an orange? Maybe you should learn what tree you're picking fruit from before you just go snatch it up and then pass judgment on it, projecting what our self needs the other thing to be. You know? So it's like, respect that the banana tree is a banana tree, that the orange tree is an orange tree, that the apple tree is an apple tree. Respect that this person might like country music. This person likes metal music. This boss is very generous. This one is very strict. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like everybody's their own thing. And we can add our sense. You know, it's like we don't want the banana tree to be an apple tree. But at the same time, as far as human beings go, we're very moldable. So it's just like, well, look, boss, if you value me as an employee, and other employees around here, we all have a general consensus, and this is now I'm stepping up to communicate with you. To me, that stuff's rewarded. You know, that communication should be rewarded. It's not always, but to me, it certainly should be. But, you know, it's like taking it wherever it has to go in a mindful manner and communicating what has to, because we're not living in the same world that we used to. We're not living in the same space that we once were. And we understand that this conflict is absolutely necessary in our human existence for our expansion as a species. So however that works, and it's just like this grand communication, you know, everything's about communication right now, and feels, all these deep feels, and empowered. So it's like, okay, we'll take these communication, these empowered feelings, and now and talk, communicate. I love you, my friends. Have a beautiful Friday. So excited for all this good energy. See you tomorrow.